Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Champions League is underway. Our campaign to retain this title has begun at Stamford Bridge and we have come out winners, but not in the way that we expected against Zenit St. Petersburg. I was here predicting 4-0, everyone was predicting 3-0, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 2-0 minimum. No one predicted 1-0. And we've come away with a 1-0 win. Now let's have it right. A win's a win. We're going to get into the nitty gritty and see exactly what's gone down and why the game went like it did. But before we do, I want to let you guys know today's video is brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app. Make sure you download the OneFootball app for all of your footballing needs, just like I do myself. It's the go-to when it comes to all of my footballing news, my Chelsea news, other teams news, other statistics, transfer news, videos, highlights, whatever you need. In that capacity, you will find on the OneFootball app, so make sure you download, link in the description. Enjoy. Let's get into today's nitty gritty. Chelsea won. Zenit St. Petersburg 0. And I have to start this video by commending Zenit St. Petersburg. Honestly, I want to give a round of applause to Zenit and what they did today because they were very impressive. Very impressive. Very, very impressive in the manner that they played their football today. They were very, I wouldn't say lethal, but they were very confident. They were very brave. They had a game plan. They were solid. Defensively, they were fantastic. Tactically, they were fantastic. They had the ball for big portions of the game. They managed to get into good spaces. They created a couple of chances for themselves. They were moving the ball very fast, causing all sorts of problems for us. And ultimately, they made it very hard for us to get through. Now, thankfully, Chelsea are Chelsea. And we have the talent, we have the squad, we have the manager, we have the persistence, the perseverance to get through and get something done. And we have the quality to make it happen. And thankfully, in the end, we did get through. But Zenit made life very, very hard for us. Very hard for us. And it wasn't a case of, oh, they're just sitting back playing defensive. They were very good defensively, but ultimately, especially in that first half, they could be seen as the more attacking team. When you think about it, they were the ones that had a shot on target in that first half. We didn't. You know, and then the second half, they tried, I think, to keep up more of the same, but Chelsea managed to come out with a new energy, which is what we can do when we dig deep, when we begin to dig in and really try to find, you know, that place within us that we have, just like we had against Liverpool, where we really need to claw something out. We now have the capacity to do that. So, honestly, very, very happy. In terms of the lineup and how we went with, near enough what I expected and I said in my preview, except a couple of changes that I didn't think would happen. So we had Mendy in goal, we had Rudiger left centre-back, Azpilicueta right centre-back, Christensen centre-back as predicted. We had Kovacic and Jorginho in midfield as predicted. Alonso left wing-back, I didn't think he would start, but Chilwell didn't make the nod. He came on eventually, but Alonso started. Right wing-back Reece James as predicted. The front three, Mason Mount, Ziyech and Lukaku. I didn't expect Ziyech to play. I honestly thought we'd get Timo Werner starting this one. But it was Ziyech and it was Mason Mount in behind Lukaku. And I think we got to be real. In that first half, it was very flat, let's say. Flat, not necessarily in terms of not trying. We were trying, we were finding it hard, but there were individual mistakes. There were errors made. When it came to a Ziyech, for example, everything that he touched ended up in a block. Everything that Mason Mount touched ended up in the ball either going off the pitch or losing a pass or losing the ball, losing possession. He always just lost something. And Lukaku was kind of there, I wouldn't say isolated, but he was kind of like the glue in terms of attracting all of these defenders, still managing to beat them in terms of his strength and his prowess and his power. But holds up the play, tries to link up with someone, tries to lay off someone, and no one takes advantage of it. We weren't taking shots at all, and that's one criticism I had in that first half. And I think still relatively, overall, we need to take more shots, man. We need to take more shots. And I expected shots when it came to Ziyech, Mason Mount with Lukaku. Mason Mount can hit them from distance or should be able to at least have a dig. He didn't do that. Got in front of a defender, every time hesitated, tried to not even beat the man, tried to always go sideways or backwards and try and find an alternative solution, just another man to pass to. Ziyech, I thought, you know, he can shoot them from distance. We know he can shoot them from distance. And he didn't. He didn't. Any time that he did, which was very few, they always just got blocked. It was just kind of nonsensical to make that decision in that moment when you can see a defender in front of you. Like, what are you doing? Don't shoot. You've got someone right there. You know, create the space. Make space for yourself. Then have a dig, which he did in the second half. So that's one thing. Our midfielders as well, we know they don't have the capacity to shoot. Maybe Saul, but he didn't come on. The second half, though, we needed a bounce. We needed to really, you know, try and bounce back, try and fight back, try and really, you know, up the ante, up the intensity, because it was starting to slow down a little bit too much. I think at half time, a lot of us came up to the consensus that Mount and Ziyech needed to come off. I certainly thought that. I thought, you know what, maybe give it 10-15 minutes and then make the changes. And rightfully so, later on, we did make that change. Ziyech did come off for Kai Havertz. Mason Mount didn't, though. And this is where I feel like, yes, it was probably the best thing to give Mason Mount a little bit more time. He had a couple of good moments in that second half, but I really would have brought on Werner. I feel like there would have probably been more impact. And I feel like it would have been an option to try and split that defence open, because there was a lot of attention on Lukaku. But he was handling it very, very well. Even though he had 2 or 3 defenders on him, he always won the ball. He always held up the ball. He always managed to get into good space. He always managed to have an opportunity. So that wasn't the problem. But it was about others trying to capitalise on the spaces that were there ready to be exploited, because Lukaku was attracting so much attention. I feel like Werner probably would have managed to pull off a defender off of Lukaku. If not, he probably would have had space to be able to exploit himself, and that is what he likes. So yeah, it all a little bit weird. Anyway, we move on later into the second half. We do begin to pick things up a little bit, and it's very nice to see. And it comes to the 70th minute, odds roughly around there, and we get the goal. Finally, we get the goal. A fantastic ball in from Azpilicueta. Great cross into the box. It was what we resorted to in the end, because we constantly had to keep going wide. But Aspi managed to find space in order to cross it into the box. From a diagonal point of view, Lukaku on the money. On the money. It's funny, earlier on, Man United played. They lost. But Ronaldo scored. Every time this guy seems to score, Lukaku goes, yeah, you know what? I'm going to score too then. And he does. And he delivered. And he got it absolutely spot on. Now, 3 goals in 2 games at the bridge for Romelu Lukaku. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Romelu Lukaku right now, man of the match, hands down. But he is someone that's playing with so much confidence right now. So much confidence. And let me tell you right now, and I think all of you know, we all watch and we love football, so we all should know this. When a striker is feeling confident, I mean confident. I don't mean going into a game going, yeah, I feel good. I mean, I'm on top of the world, I'm scoring goals and no one can stop me. That sort of confident, you become dangerous. You become dangerous because you start to do things that you wouldn't think of when you feel a little bit of pressure. You start to really take occasion, start taking the moment in and really, really indulging in it and being able to really capitalise and create the most that you can in that game. And Lukaku's doing that. He's honestly doing that. Great header. Obviously, as I said, credit to Azpilicueta. Fantastic ball in. But the way he towers over these 2 defenders like it's nothing. Headers it, bottom corner, goalkeeper, no chance. He placed it beautifully. Can't ask for more. And I have to say, it just means so much that we now have a striker. We now have a proper striker at Stamford Bridge. A proper in and out centre forward who scores goals. Yeah, that's it. We've got it. Romelu Lukaku is his name. And I'm looking forward to seeing this battle this season that I think we're going to get between Ronaldo and Lukaku. I think it's going to be a bit of a goal fest between the 2. We'll see, but I'm confident Lukaku will outscore Ronaldo. Why? Because Lukaku plays at Chelsea, not at Man United. Simple as that. And as far as I'm concerned, the Chelsea team with Thomas Tuchel will be stronger than the Man United team under Ole. And I feel like there's only so much one player can do, even if it's Ronaldo, when you have Lukaku and all the players around him who we know can contribute and help him to excel even further. So honestly, Lukaku, absolutely fantastic. But tonight he delivered the goods. And after that, we had control. After the goal, it was nice. Anxiety went down, everyone got a little calmer, everyone managed to have a little bit more control, and we managed to see the game through. 3 points is 3 points. Yes, it's not 4-0, it's not 5-0, but right now 3 points are 3 points. We needed to start this campaign off strong with a win, and we got a win, so I'm happy. Now we look towards Juventus away in Turin. That's going to be played in 2 weeks' time, so we'll see what happens there. But few players that I want to mention. Romelu Lukaku, man of the match, hands down. Hands down. Let's have it right. Kovacic. This guy is turning into a magician. Simple as that. He's turning into a magician. Everything he does now seems to be absolutely spot on. Spot on. He is turning into a complete midfielder. Since he took the 8, he's turned into a complete midfielder. And it's just fantastic to see. Defensively, he gets stuck in. Offensively, he runs and dribbles past. He links up very well. His passes are fantastic. His through balls are great. His balls over the top are fantastic. Everything he does and he touches is turning into gold. And that's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant to see. So, shout out to Mateo Kovacic. Other guys that I do want to give shout outs to today, mainly the defense. Azpilicueta, as I've already mentioned, deserves credit for the assist and his overall play. Christensen looked very solid. Rudiger almost gave us a Zuma 2.0 moment. Actually, no, he did give us a Zuma 2.0 moment, except he didn't score either. You know, when is the day going to come where one of these defenders go off on a run on a European night at Stamford Bridge from defence to attack and actually score? We might have to change, as I said on the watch-along, if you didn't watch the watch-along already, I said we might have to come up with a new I Have a Dream speech from Martin Luther King. You know, I have a dream that one day we will see a central defender of Chelsea score going from defence to attack on a European night at Stamford Bridge. You know, one day we will see it. We've had 2 attempts, one last season, one this season. It's not happened yet. We'll see next season. But Rudiger, shout out Rudiger. He's just phenomenal. He's just phenomenal. Give him a new contract. Give him a new contract. What are we waiting for? You want 200k? Have 200k. Give him a new deal. He deserves it. He deserves it. So honestly, absolutely immense. Ziyech and Mason Mount had complete off days. Let's be honest here. Mason Mount had a bad game. Bad game. Ziyech, bad game. But I wouldn't say as bad as Mason Mount. Mason Mount tonight was all over the place. Had a couple of good moments, but that's about it. Everything else he touched went wrong. So he's allowed a bad game. Players are allowed a bad game. As long as it's not consistent, as long as it doesn't keep going, that's the main thing. Hope to see him back fresh for the Tottenham game. Hope to see him raring to go. And apart from that, I would say the wing backs, Alonso, Reece James, okay. Decent, nothing crazy, nothing momentous, but decent. Jorginho, decent game. Nothing too crazy either from him. So overall, good performance. Not the best performance in the world. Some players had good games. Overall, though, we could do better. But the most important thing is we got 3 points. And we started off our Champions League campaign with a win. Our Champions League campaign to retain. That's how it's going to be labelled right now. Our campaign to retain. Yeah? Let's see what happens. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. How did you see the game? Your men of the match or man of the match, let me know. I'd love to hear it. How do you think it all went down? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new video. Tomorrow you'll be getting your Reddit video. Because it was meant to be Reddit Monday. It's going to be Reddit Wednesday this week. And back to Mondays next week. So tomorrow, watch out for the Reddit video. And yeah, I'll see all of you then. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.